is, what makes a man, Richard Scott?
We're not going to have this conversation.
Don't spell it on loud over there.
Come on, done it.
Loyalty and respect.
No matter what.
No matter what.
All right, now go back into what else you was going to say. Coming to you live for 2015, we will be bringing you topics, hot topics, that everybody wants to talk about online, but we will have real live human beings giving their opinions on hot topics and statuses that we snatch off social media. So, coming to you for 2015, we have, what I say? Salon what? What I say?
I ain't know.
Shop talk.
Shop Talk. Yeah! 2015,
Okay, where you going?
Shop Talk.
I gotta go take my trash. I'll come back.
I got a strong jawline.
No, I gotta take my trash out. Okay, question.
Question is, what makes a man a man?
A man's loyalty.
A man's loyalty. And that means whether he is what?
Everything.
Nah.
Cut.
Just husband, wife. I mean, I think it's family, spouses. You know what I'm saying? The whole 9 yards. Taking care of your kids. Because you can go and plant that seed. It can get watered. And when time to harvest that shit and take care of it or whatever the situation, I mean, just because I'm eating, just because you have a child, that don't make you a man.
Sure.
You know?
It's by handling your responsibility. As a husband or husband spouse is the same thing. But like handling your responsibility as a man / husband / father. Taking care of your kids, taking care of your home, making sure they're the needs and not your wants. Don't get them mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, take care of your kids, take care of your wife, make sure she's happy. Vice versa. You know, she do the same thing, basically. I mean, you say it can get watered. We hope that if it gets watered, it grows and not die.
Well,
You feel me?
Indeed. And they say you see a need, you fix a need.
Right.
Because it doesn't, I mean, as just a responsible human, period, for a man to be a man and a woman to be a woman, you see things that need to be fixed. You don't need to just ignore it. And communication is key. And everybody, if sometimes you can see stuff that needs to be fixed, and because a lot of times, often people can't communicate how they need to. They can't express how they feel or the things that they might need and things like that.
You can learn though.
Yeah.
Because the other person can sometimes teach the other person about communication as far as in how to communicate.
True.
Like some people to this day, not even in a relationship, don't know how to come and apologize, and they do things for their apology, but you still sometimes need to hear
I'm sorry. Yeah,
or I
yeah,
apologize.
yeah.
So communication again is the key, and if you have one or spouse that can't, try teaching them.
True.
You know?
True. Got something else to say on that? We cut you off.
Oh no, I mean, and I can respect that because I do believe, as a man, as a male figure, my father, his communication skills with me, with me and my siblings, they weren't there because he wasn't taught by his daddy. You know what I'm saying? So then it came down from generation to generation. And I know if you ask my wife right now, she'll probably tell you I got some issues, especially on that era. I mean, in that situation, but I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm better than I've been at the very beginning of our marriage. 12 years later. Do I see me having some improvements? Yeah.
Are you saying that you may have some of those problems because you weren't taught by your father? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I picked up some of his ways.
You picked up some of his ways, but that's not what the question was.
Oh. Oh. Yes. I think communication-wise because he was not, my father,
He wasn't verbal. He wasn't verbal though.
No, he was a provider.
Never showed like I love you or anything like that.
I disagree with that statement.
It came, hold on.
I'm going to listen.
Hold up. Every household is different. In my household, it was not displayed, no affection from my father, and that I know. But I still, to this day, I didn't use that as a crutch to say that's who I was going to become. Because I'll tell anybody, you never allow what you've been through or the environment that you was brought up in to dictate who you become. become
Right.
Mhm.
in the future. None of
Right.
that. Because
Right.
if that was the case, then I think I would really
Be messed up.
Woo,
Divorce?
Well, that too.
No patience. Yeah, no
Yeah,
patience.
You know,
Yeah.
So I thank God that I did not went all the way left in
Mhm.
that category.
Right.
But I'll
Good.
tell anybody. But my father, his communication skills, even prior to him dying, was the communication between me and my father. I would say it got better than what it was because at one point I honestly thought my dad did not like the trade that I chose. You know what I'm saying? He never told me,
Mhm.
but it wasn't until later on until every now and again he called my phone and he stopped by the shop. I know you didn't work, so can I? He wants
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Oh shucks! Now, okay, now you want some. Not necessarily like that because
Yeah.
he has given me anytime I ask. And one thing that I learned from him in reference to communication, if I really wanted anything from him, and this is what I taught my son, for you to truly see where I'm coming from, if you truly want it, you sit here and listen to everything that I got to say. Because my daddy, every time that I asked for anything, it came with a long speech.
A lesson.
And this is how it was. If I wanted it bad enough, I'm gonna sit there and listen.
True.
Some of it I'm gonna filter out, but then there's some parts I'm gonna take.
Yeah.
But if you ain't willing to stand there and listen while I'm preaching about the money situation, then you ain't one. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
ain't one. But as far as communicating, I think I got off track. But anyway, as far as communicating, I feel that in my household, my mother was more verbal than my father. I mean, just that simple. As I got older, I think he became a little bit more. I'm going to step out on a limb and say I think he was more acceptable. Is that right? He was more acceptable to my career choice because then he saw that it took care of what needed to be taken care of.
I got you.
When he developed cancer and my mama had to work, because I was self-employed, I was able to manipulate my schedule in order to take him where he needed to go.
Gotcha. Mhm.
So, and he would tell me later on, at this point, I'm already grown now. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That type of stuff. So I knew, you didn't know the old people say, better be glad for what you get.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was like, okay.
At least you got that.
Nothing.
Yeah, at least you got that. At
Right.
least you were able to get that, receive that at some point, because
And
you still
I always
some.
tell myself, I'm not going to be like my daddy in that regard.
Yeah.
You know, and I think at times, I think my wife would probably say, you act just like your dad at times.
Not knowing it, knowingly,
Right.
yeah, because it was just embedded in you. And I mean, it's if nobody, and that goes to what I like to say a lot. Oftentimes, you don't know. Some people don't know they're doing wrong until somebody tells them that they're doing wrong. Because if you do the same thing over and over, and nobody never checked you on it, you feel as though you're doing it's okay, it's right, until somebody brings it to your attention.
But that's and I'm gonna ask my Uncle Rosie at some point, and my Uncle Tudor, did my granddaddy, Mr. Booz, that's what they call him, Booz, James Scott, was he ever verbal?
Like, did he ever tell them how he felt or anything like that? Yeah.
Because
9 times out of 10 he didn't.
We went to Florida to a funeral, and this was some of my daddy's first cousins.
Mhm.
And the preacher was preaching on telling your family you love them. And the preacher was talking about the deceased and how he really loved his family, even though he didn't tell them. He showed in other ways as far as doing and providing and all this. And he was like, you can't fault this man now because he never told you he loved you. He loved you, but he never conveyed it.
He never verbalized it.
So it was like,
But and that's the thing in relationships where people say it's okay to do, but you would like to hear it every now and again. But you got to know the person that you're dealing with, because some people, I myself, I didn't come up in a household where we said I love you, this, that, and the third. My mama had to work. She had no time for that. I knew she loved me. But my nephews, I don't know what brought it upon them to start saying that. Like, one of them more so than the other, he'll text you, I love you, just out the blue. Call you, and don't want nothing behind it. Call you, what you doing? Nothing. Talk a minute, 2 minutes, whatever at the end. I love you. When he sees you, when he leave, I love you. And it's like, you get kind of caught up because you're like, okay, I love you too. Because because it's not something that you're used to doing. But once you know how that person is, and now he's 17, and so already know at the end of the conversation we rushing to say it to each other. I love you. Dang, I love you too, like that. So, but I mean, it's you got to know kind of like the people that you're dealing with, and
Right.
if you're that type of person that doesn't easily show your emotions, and you are involved with somebody that is over the top emotional, you got to kind of make some type of compromise if you are, if you intend on being with them, because if they're coming from a loving family and whatnot, because I didn't used to hug people a lot, but I deal with so many kids, they hugging you and everything. That's why I got this cold right now. They hugging you and all of that. So, sometimes you just got to make your compromises here and there and stuff like that.
But I think to be considered a man, you have to have, as Miss Cooper said, loyalty, and you have to be loyal to something. Because
You definitely
when
have
there's
to.
no loyalty, then
There's
what
nothing.
is-
What do you stand on?
Exactly.
You're standing on sand.
If you have no loyalty for something, then it's a waste.
There really is.
It's a waste. Miss Naisha.
You summed it up very well, Richard. Yeah, you did. And I know I said I disagree with what you said earlier, but as I waited until you finished explaining, it sounded even better. Because some people will use, oh well, my mother or my father didn't do. You cannot use that for the way you live today.
True.
And some people do that, and that's why I was saying earlier I disagree, but you finished it.
Let me tell you, and that thing about you cannot become. Some kids become products of their environment, but you cannot let that hinder what goals you set for yourself. Because I could remember, y'all. This may sound crazy. I could remember my dad was a sharecropper for many years before even getting a plant job at Weldon. And I'm talking about sharecropping to the point where and I'm not racist, so let this be understood, I am not racist, but this would be working for the white man during the summer, borrowing money during the winter in order to get over,
Gotcha.
then paying it back through labor
Gotcha.
and working during the summer. So when my mama and their father was working, it was like they had nobody to watch me and my siblings. Josh's grandmother, Miss Francis, limited high school education, made her living also farming, helping people on the farm, along with pressing hair. Okay, she would do that during the winter time. $5 here, $6 here, whatever. But they didn't have much. My two aunts on my dad's side, they didn't have much. When I tell you they didn't have much, I'm talking about they didn't have much, whatever. But when my mom and them asked them to keep me and my sister, did not hesitate, and when I tell you, didn't have nothing, but took the little bit that they had and
Made it
shared
work.
it with me and my sister. And it's like, and maybe that's why I appreciate family so much. It's like, okay, this is family. When you ain't got nothing else to offer but love, and that's what they did. They had nothing to offer but love. They ain't had no money. They would rather me and my sister eat before they eat. That type of stuff. Nothing, when I tell you.
Yeah, those days are gone.
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Nothing. But because I saw how they were with us, I try to instill in my kids, and me and my sisters actually, there's nothing that we can't really go to each other for without one of us helping each other. You know what I'm
Gotcha,
saying?
yeah.
Right, we disagree.
Yeah.
Everybody. But because I saw that my aunt and them, no matter what, they didn't have, when I tell you nothing, but they took us and they were able to watch us for my mom and them while they worked. And just from that, it actually showed, well, first of all, I wanted to better myself, along with the fact of just having a close knit with my own sisters, like my dad did with his.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
It's good to have a close knit with your brothers and relationship, brothers and sisters, regardless. I just find it so great, my opinion, my belief, to have that bond with your sisters and your brothers. If you have any, I just It's just something I just feel like I love my brothers and sisters the best thing in the world. I mean, I go to the ocean for them and back. You know what I'm saying? I hope they feel the same way about me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some family members like that. Not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can't choose our family. We can choose our friends. You
Yeah.
know, family is family. But I mean, when you got that family that's there with
Mm-hmm.
you 100%, I'm trying to stick to them by their side. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you got a family too now that they just ain't for you. But you know, like I said, you can't choose your family. But
True.
you know, I ain't gonna mistreat them. You know what I'm saying? You still my family, but I ain't gonna go out the way for you.
I feel you on that, because I mean, with my siblings, I'm the baby, and my sister, like my mother, she was there. My brother, we fight like cats and dogs, even though he's older. I feel like I'm bigger than him. I don't know why, but I just do. But I can say what I want to say about him, but nobody can say it, and they ain't gonna happen.
And that's how it should be.
Now, yeah, but you know, and anything that I have and I can do for them, I'll do it. And I guess it's just, I don't know, going back to what you said about your circumstances and your environment and whatnot, the stuff that I've seen growing up, a lot of it, of course, like they said, a lot of things a child shouldn't see and experience and whatnot, I've always had the choice. And as long as don't nobody take my choices from me, I try to pretty much, you know, do the right thing. But sometimes I do the wrong thing on purpose just to see. But however the case may be, like, there's at any moment I could always go left, but I choose not to go left because I already seen what left is like for other people. So oftentimes all I need is an example from somebody else's mistake, so I don't have to do that mistake myself. So I mean, it's everything is a learning process. You learn until you die. And I mean, if you want better, you gotta treat people better.
Right.
You gotta, I mean, when they say by the Bible, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, you really have to do that. You really gotta put out good. And even if it's not received, how you doing? Even if it's not received 100-fold, you still gotta keep giving it out. Because often, yeah, it is.
It's
It
hard.
really is. It really is. And when they say,
You can I agree with what you're saying, but like you don't have to constantly take that from the same person. Because I often heard my grandmother say you can cut your right hand off from your left.
Yeah.
So even if you have to turn your back and run away from that source, do that and go outfield. But I could just say I myself, maybe the Lord will change me when He completely put that wood over me, that I can take that. But as of now, today, I just cannot sit here and allow you to just constantly just, do
Use
me
you
wrong,
and stuff, yeah.
I'm gonna do right by you.
Yeah.
Now, in my mind, I be saying, I hope the Lord help me work where He could turn it around. As He said, He make your enemy your footstool. And I be thinking sometimes, I wish I could just, some things can just happen just so I can let my enemy see you needed me.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think times like that, I'm not gonna turn my back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not the right thing to do. But at the same time, I cannot sit here and just allow you to just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, use you and
so
stuff.
I'd rather just turn my back, and I'm gonna try to run, as far as away from you as I can, because I don't want nothing to go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I just can't do that anymore.
And even if you don't see it, it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they don't, it's like sometimes where, say like if you do for me, and you're always there. Whenever I call, you're there, and you look out for me, but I don't show you the same, love and attention and all that. And every chance I get, I dog you out and just run your name in the dirt every chance I get. When you do, step aside. And I miss that. Trust and believe. It is felt immediately. It is felt immediately. But sometimes pride can keep you in a place where I'm not even going to let them know that, boy, I'm hurting right now. Oh, I'm hurting. But you ain't got to worry. You know. Soon enough, you'll know. Because it never fails. Lord knows I don't know what it is. When people do me wrong,
it always come back.
what? Oh,
It don't even take
God.
long anymore.
Oh, it doesn't.
It don't even take
It
long
doesn't.
anymore. And you know what? The same thing may not happen, or it could just be a totally different situation. But it may not even happen to them, but someone close to them that it affects the way they feel. It's still coming back around.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
You feeling it. Now you feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
Because oftentimes when people know that you're a good person and they see this person dogging you out, they're looking like, okay, I'm not even going to deal with them. See, whereas I could have helped you because everybody doing something different in their life. Maybe they was trying to get further in a job or try a new job or do something different or whatever, and somebody was actually going to help them, but just off of reputation alone, where they done heard how they done did this or did that or whatever, even if it's a new relationship, and somebody done heard, oh no, I ain't even dealing with you.
Right.
Because I done heard you ain't about nothing, you
Right.
ain't do what you supposed to do.
Right. Right.
Because when they say people can speak for you as a reference, they say you always need a reference in life. And I've had people to come to me about people. Well, and they don't tell me what it's about. They'll just ask me. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm gonna tell you how they treat me. I can't tell you how they treat nobody else. I'm gonna tell you the person that they present themselves to be to me.
Right.
And other than that, I said, now if you got another type of, you somebody, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right.
But I can only tell you what I see and what I know.
And if other people would abide by that same law that you abide by, things would probably be a whole lot better. But I don't see that.
No, because a lot of people, they know people ain't worth nothing, and they'll put 100 on 20.
Oh,
yeah, oh man, hey, they good and they this that just because they burn them.
Right.
No, no, I'm gonna let you know. Well, they burn me, but they might not burn you.
Right.
If you want to take that, that chance, then that's on you.
I'm only saying
But
what happened with you.
yeah,
Right.
so I said maybe it was me. Maybe, I don't know. Could be. But here's your opportunity. I mean, hey, you want to find out for yourself firsthand.
Go for what you know.
There you go.
Now, I've already told you my part.
There you go. Oh, you're on Shop Talk.
I missed that.
This going live too, so you know. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yup. That's all you got to say for Shop Talk? You got some more?
No.
To be continued in
I had missed the
2015.
conversation y'all was on.
Oh, we'll pick up in 2015. It's still officially 2014. They're gonna see this. Okay, today is New Year's Eve. And you'll get the rest of Shop Talk 2015. Peace out.
Peace.